Hello there, Star Wars fans. Episode 4 of The Bad Batch has come out, so let's break it down. The episode's name is Cornered, and this is a representation that the Bad Batch is now being chased by the Empire and the Kaminoans. The episode begins with the Bad Batch looking for a place to hide out and choose the uninhabited world of Idaflor, which is a planet that is not currently in Star Wars lore. My guess is this planet is occupied by Imperial forces, and that there might be an important Imperial facility on the planet. But prior to the Bad Batch going to their new hideout, they must resupply and refuel, and this leads them to choose the planet Pantora to get supplies. The Havoc Marauder touches down at the spaceport, and the Bad Batch encounters a Celestian that speaks basic, and they end up paying a bribe. Now this Celestian goes by the codename Raspar 6 and contacts Fennec Shand about a bounty that has arrived. Now Raspar 6 was a terrestrial moon that at one point had an atomic blast erupt and was featured in the book Monsters and Aliens by George Lucas. Now Fennec Shand looks at a photo of the target and it ends up being Omega. So this appears to be the clone that the Kaminoans need for the next phase. So Hunter, Echo, and Omega go into town to see if they can make any money. And the best part of this is Echo's disguise. I really enjoyed his new armor's look and how he's pretending to be a droid. We see Loth Cats in the market from Rebels and was also featured in The Mandalorian. And as they're walking through the market, they see the Empire being cheered and celebrated, and Hunter says that they're celebrating the end of the war. Now, Pantora went through a blockade similar to Naboo during the Clone Wars. So the people of Pandora are seeing the Empire as heroes and rescuers versus occupancy. Echo comments that there are more chain code posts on this planet, and we see the Empire's approach to more populated worlds is a bit different from Saleucami. For example, the Empire is thanking their citizens instead of forcing them to get chain codes, and we don't see anyone getting beat up in the street. Hunter then states that the Empire is moving more rapidly than he first thought, and this shows that even in the Outer Rim, the Empire has a vast reach, and typically the Outer Rim is thought as the Wild West where criminals could hide. Now, while bargaining with the merchant, Omega finds a clone trooper doll that is similar to Jyn Erso's Stormtrooper doll. And while her guardians are distracted, Omega goes to play with a pair of Vorpak, which are the dogs of the Star Wars galaxy, and they urinate a purple substance. Now, Vorpaks first appeared in the show Star Wars Resistance. Fennec Shand is the first one to find Omega and offers to help her find her friend. After Fennec feeds Omega some Mellarune fruit, which seems to be available everywhere but Lothal, Omega ends up offering Fennec to stay with them. This is when Hunter confronts Fennec, who handily beats him in close quarters combat. Now, in order to find Fennec and Omega, Tech uses the security cameras like we see on the first Death Star. Wrecker then saves Omega and then confronts Fennec, who then one-shots KOs him. Now at this point, Fennec has defeated 2 genetically modified clones who excel in close quarters combat. Personally, I'm starting to think that perhaps there is more to Fennec, and that she may have more cybernetics than what's shown in The Mandalorian. And it would not surprise me if she had these cybernetics to enhance her abilities, similar to the cybernetics in Knights of the Old Republic. Now Wrecker hits his head on the side of the chip again. Now my prediction is that Wrecker's chip is now activated, and we could see him try to perform Order 66 on a Jedi in the future. And perhaps it could be Ahsoka when they meet Rex. Later, Echo frees security droids to help reassemble the ship, and we find out that one of these R2 units is named Clink, who in Legends was Astromech to Min Donos, who was a Corellian that flew in Wraith's squadron. And the R2 unit was first mentioned in the book Solo Command. Omega ends up losing her balance and hangs from a maintenance tower, while Hunter tries to catch up on a swoop bike. Fennec ends up saving her life, and prior to dropping her on the barge, tells her to tuck and roll, and she ends up falling and just getting knocked out anyways. Hunter throws a mine and disables Fennec's speeder, and they all end up escaping. And I really enjoyed at the end of the episode that after killing a bunch of security officers and civilians, that she just walks up and pays her informant and flies away. The Bad Batch tells Omega that she is the target of bounty hunters. Now at the very end of the episode, Fennec uses a comlink to communicate with somebody, and I think it's Boba Fett, who has been hired by the Kaminoans. So we could see a teenage Boba Fett sometime in the future. And finally, I think the next episode will be the infamous Rex meetup that everyone was hoping this episode would be. And if you want to enjoy more Star Wars content from a 30-year Star Wars fan, we are nearing 100 subscribers. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. May the Force be with you.